Don't you worry. I'm going to go straight. A model citizen, that's me. I'm never coming back in here again.
Good on you.
No. Never. For 12 years, I have tried to look after everybody else because there was nothing for me. No future. No point in anything. But now I have got something useful to do, and I'm going to do it. I'm looking after number one for a change.
Well, that's the way you feel?
Yes, it is. And there are enough of you to run this place any way you like. So just get off my back, because I'm handing in my chips.
You were making plans with the screws to save your own neck. That was just a story put around so there wouldn't be any reprisals from the women.
Oh, garbage!
It's true, Linda. Andrea was held hostage by Bea and Judy, just as the papers reported.
How do I know you're not lying?
She's telling the truth, Linda.
You keep away from me! Keep away!
Linda, don't be stupid!
Shut up!
Don't you ever give up.
How come you're not in the laundry?
I'm sick.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. It's just what I told the screw. I don't know, Jude. I just can't concentrate. Keep thinking about what Bea did at lunchtime.
Yeah, you mean what she didn't do?
Yeah, I've never seen Bea let a fight go on so long before without doing something about it.
Well, I don't know, honey. Maybe she's fed up with being top dog.
Bea? Oh, not likely.
I don't know. I had a talk with her in the rec room after it happened, you know, tried to get her side of it.
What'd she say?
She said that she was fed up with looking after everybody else and she was going to look after number one from now on.
Well, that's bloody lovely, that is. What about us? Aren't we supposed to be her mates? Doesn't she care about us anymore? Gee, it was bad enough when she wouldn't talk to me because I got out with Peter, but now she's not talking to anybody.
Well, I don't know, honey. Maybe it's true. Maybe she is fed up.
No, I reckon it's more than that. I reckon she's up to something. And you know another thing? I think it's got something to do with that Janet Conway.
You could be right, too. You know, she's been very strange about her.
Yeah, still, if I am right, I can't see what good it's going to do me. Bea's not going to tell us anything. I can't see myself fronting up to Janet Conway asking her to fill me in on the details.
So how are we going to find out?
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking about that when you came in.
Well, I wish you'd hurry up and think about it, because I'm due back at reception.
That's it.
What?
I can't find out very much, but you can.
How?
Well, it's simple, see? You work in reception, right? You can just get Conway's file and read it. I mean, we may not find out much about her and Bea, but what we do find out could be real interesting.
Yeah, it's a great idea, but it won't work.
Why not?
Because the staff files are not kept in reception. They're kept in Davo's office, and that is not exactly an easy place to break into.
No, not for everybody, but this is you and me, Jude. And I reckon it's worth thinking about, don't you?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, but what? You want to know just as much about Bea and her as I do?
Of course.
Well, we get you into Davo's office and you read Conway's file. Is it a deal?
All right, it's a deal.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fletcher. It's not good enough. I simply cannot allow you to turn my hospital into a battlefield.
Dr. Vincent should be on...
Under the circumstances, I don't think her injuries are sufficient to warrant further hospitalization. I would like her removed back to prison immediately.
Well, can't it wait a few hours? I'll need someone to give me a hand to take them back.
I'm afraid that's your problem, not mine.
Jim, if it'll be of any help, I'll go with you.
Well, don't you have an appointment?
No, that's okay. I can cancel it.
Thanks, Mick.
Hang on. You can't send me back there. I'm entitled to proper medical attention.
If you've got any complaints, make them back at Wentworth.
Jim, I hope you don't mind, but I sent Janet home. She was in a pretty bad way.
No, that's fine.
Dr. Smith.
You can leave Hennessy here. I should like to keep her under observation overnight in case she develops shock. You've arranged for her removal?
Yeah, we'll take it back right now.
Good.
Come on, Goldman, on your feet. And hurry up about it.
Oh, Judy, could you give me a hand with these?
Sure, what do you want me to do?
Well, they're to go into 2 piles. Everything before June in one pile and everything after June in another pile.
Oh, I never thought office work could be so exciting.
Rather be in the laundry?
I'd rather be at the movies.
Oh, listen, Judy, before you begin, could you take this to the governor's office for me? You can find an officer to escort you, can't you?
Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Thanks.
She let you go by yourself, or you having me on?
Well, she did sort of say to get a guard to take me. It's not my fault I couldn't find one, is it?
No, definitely not. Anyway, they reckon that Fletcher's in hospital, so if you go around now, you'll have the place to yourself.
Yeah, if I'm lucky. Honey, why don't you come with me? You can keep Ned.
Oh, I don't know, Jude. I've been in enough trouble already. Besides, you've already got an excuse. And if you get caught, well, you can just tell them that Wendy sent you.
Yeah, but I thought you'd like to get in on the action.
Look, every time I get in on the action, they add another 6 months to my sentence. I think I'll give it the big miss this time.
Okay, I understand. I better get going before Fletch gets back.
Hey, you'll come back and tell me how you go, okay?
Yeah, sure. Keep your legs crossed for me.
I didn't know Linda Gorman was coming back today.
No, neither did we. Look, check her in, will you?
All right.
Now, sure you can get down to the infirmary by yourself?
Yes, of course I can, Jim.
Good. Well, tell her sister I'll be down shortly. I want to check the roster to see who's available to supervise her. I'll be in my office. Come and see me when you're through.
Well, come along, Linda. Let's see if we can get you some of that expert medical attention you were asking for.
What are you doing here, Brian?
Wendy asked me to bring that file to you.
Why haven't you got an officer with you?
Well, I looked for one, but I couldn't find one. I didn't want to waste time. I didn't think it'd matter just this once.
Well, it does matter. Whatever it's done now. I'll have to verify your story with reception, of course.
Oh, thanks for the trust, Mr. Fletcher. I really appreciate it.
Oh, come off it, Bryant. Wouldn't be the first time that this officer's been broken into.
Yeah, I guess not.
So you got no reason to complain, have you? How long you been here?
I just got here.
All right, you can go now.
Thanks, Mr. Fletcher.
But next time, find an officer.
Sure.
Yeah, Wendy, did you send Bryant to my office with the file? Yeah, all right. No, it doesn't matter. Get the department of art while we're in, please.
I blew it.
Oh, well, don't worry about that. The point is that we now have somebody in reception who can go to a whole lot of different places. And you said yourself that Fletch wasn't mad at you.
Yeah. I thought he was going to throw me in the pound. I just couldn't believe it. I thought I was done for sure.
But you weren't. So that means that either Fletcher's going soft in the head, softer, or it'd be okay for you to have another try tomorrow. Now, I reckon that Fletch can't get any softer in the head than he is already. So that must mean that it's all right for you to try again.
You convinced me. I'll have a go.
Oh, good on you, Jude. You know, while you're there, you could probably get something on Davo and Fletch and Powell and Barfield and Barry and Bailey.
Door, one at a time, okay?
Oh, yeah, I got carried away.
Yes. It's been quite a day, hasn't it?
Well, for both of us. I can't remember Wentworth being like this before. Or am I wrong?
Oh, let's see. There's been one fight, 2 burn cases, 1 assaulted officer, 1... No, I'm wrong. 2 attempted murders. No, I'd say things are pretty normal.
Oh, suit yourself. I suppose you'll have the department down on you now.
Oh, please, I've had enough disasters for one day without you wishing that on me as well.
Sorry.
No, it's me that should apologise to you for sending you down there in the first place. Though I must admit I was very glad to have you there. I just wish we had more experienced officers like you.
Jim.
What?
I know what you're trying to say, and the answer is no. I am not going back to being a prison officer, and that is final.
All right, Meg, all right. I've just been on the department to complain once again about the lack of experienced staff, and once again I've been given the runaround. You know, sometimes I don't think those idiots know what it takes to staff a prison. Oh, they're great at ordering manila envelopes and paper clips, but when it comes to ordering people, they haven't got a clue.
Well, sounds like you'll be quite glad to have Erica back.
Well, hopefully I'll have all this mess sorted out before then.
Can't you keep away from me?
How is she?
All right. Better than I expected. She'll be well enough to go back to the cells tomorrow, provided she gets the burns dressed daily.
Hang on. If I was sick enough to go into hospital 1 minute, how can I possibly be well enough to go back to the cells tomorrow? How can one day make all that difference?
Very easily, because in that one day you've tried to murder at least 2 people. And if it'll make you any happier, you won't be going back to your cell tomorrow. You'll be going straight into solitary.
No, I won't go.
You don't have any say in the matter.
You're just trying to get me back for what happened at the hospital. You're just trying to stop me having medical attention. You don't want me to get well.
I'd better give her a sedative.
Yeah, good idea. Anything to quieten her down.
No, you've got no right to drug me. You're not allowed.
I'm allowed to do anything I consider necessary to maintain the security of this prison. I'll leave you to it.
Right, Mr. Fletcher.
If there's any trouble, I'll be in my office.
No, I don't think there will be.
Well, there better not be. Because no matter how many problems you might make and how much fuss you cause, you'll still be going to solitary tomorrow. And that's final.
Oh, Mrs. Morris, you've got to help me.
What is it, Linda?
Mr. Fletcher, he's sending me to solitary and I don't think he'll ever let me out.
Now, that's nonsense.
It's not, it's true. I'm sick. I should be in hospital. If I go to solitary, I don't know what'll happen. I don't think I'll be able to cope.
Yes, you will. Now, I can't pretend that going to solitary is a pleasant experience, but you will be able to cope.
You don't understand. He's sending me there because he hates me. Don't you see? He hates me.
I'm sure that's not the case, Linda. But even if it were, I'm afraid I wouldn't blame him. Now, if you're so frightened of going to solitary, you should have thought more carefully before you went around trying to kill people. You just can't expect to get off scot-free.
There's no point trying to talk to you, is there? You're on his side.
It's not a matter of size. Now, you did something wrong, and the rules say...
Oh, forget it. I knew there was no use trying to talk to you about help. You're not a counsellor. You're another prison lackey. Oh, let's go.
No, wait a minute, Linda. I can't promise anything, but I will speak to Mr. Fletcher. See if I can get him to change his mind.
And what difference will that make?
I don't know yet.
That's what I thought.
Right, now what can I do for you?
It's, Linda Goldman.
All right, what you done now?
Well, nothing. It's just that I'm a bit worried about her, Jim. I just passed her on the way to solitary. She was rather distressed. I'm not sure that she can handle it.
Well, you do realise that solitary is meant as punishment, not a reward.
Yes, of course I do. But Linda Goldman is going to be here for a very long time, and I think it's weighing very heavily on her. Putting her in solitary, I think, will affect her assimilation into the prison.
Have you finished?
I'm sorry, Jim, but that is my professional opinion.
Yes, well, I'm sorry too, because I don't think very much of your professional opinion.
That's not what you said yesterday.
Yesterday I was talking about your abilities as a prison officer. You're a good prison officer. You're not a good parole officer. The way you handled the Burns incident proved that.
Come off it, Jim. You can't hold that against me for the rest of my life.
I'm just trying to illustrate my point. You're not cut out for counselling work.
Well, right now, I'm not very interested in your opinions. So if you've no objections, let's get back to the reason why I'm here. It is Linda Goldman's state of mind. I don't think she should be put in solitary.
Well, I do. I can't afford to take risks with prison security. And that's what I'd be doing if I let her out amongst the other women.
All right, if you don't take my word for it, at least go and see for yourself.
Well, if her reaction to me is anything like it was at the hospital, we're not going to get very far.
Then you won't see her.
No, I didn't say that. No, I'll see her all right. When I get some time.
Thanks.
Hello, Gorman.
What do you want?
Well, I want a better attitude from you to start with. You've caused a lot of trouble. You brought all this upon yourself.
Brought it on myself? What about that Hennessy bitch? Or haven't you been listening to me?
I'm not interested in your political beliefs.
It's got nothing to do with politics. Don't you realise why all this happened? She lied to us. She's the reason Ricky's dead. The real reason, I mean. She plotted against us while we were trying to help her.
Well, that's not entirely true, but that's not the reason why I came to see you.
No, I bet it's not.
Look, Gorman, we're here to look after your better interests. If you people only realised that, you'd make life a lot easier for everybody.
I don't want things to be easy. For God's sake, it'd be easy to forget about Ricky's death. But it wouldn't be that bloody easy to live with myself afterwards, would it?
Obviously, there's no point in talking to you now. I just came to see that you were all right.
What do you care? You sent me here, didn't you?
Yes, in the same way as I sent anybody here who behaved the way you did. I've got nothing against you personally, Gorman. But while you're here, you're going to be treated like any other prisoner. Which means that if you break the rules, you'll be punished. But if you behave yourself, you'll be rewarded with privileges.
Like Pavlov's dog?
Oh, yeah, all right, if that's what you want.
Well, I guess there's no hope for me then, is there?
That's entirely up to you. Life in prison isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. But it can be bearable if you use a bit of common sense and a lot of patience.
And if I don't?
Like I said, you'll be punished.
I'll think about it.
Good.
I really can't tell you anything about it, Judy. It's just not up to me.
Well, we've already worked out most of what's happened anyway. We just want to know if it's the truth or not. Surely you can tell us that.
Oh, all right. Seeing it's practically impossible to keep anything secret round here. Yes, it is true. Mr. Fletcher had a very lucky escape.
Yeah. Well, I understand why they sent that Miss Conway woman down there to guard them. And she's only been here 5 minutes. She wouldn't know how to handle that sort of thing.
Well, perhaps she'd had a similar crisis before.
You reckon? Like what?
I don't know, Judy. I'm only guessing. Yeah, why are you so curious?
No reason. I just wanted to know, that's all. Well, they were lucky they had you there, weren't they? You're just about the most experienced officer we've got.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Pity. Oh. Going back to the cells, are we?
No, to the hospital. They want to make sure I've recovered okay. Judy, will you come and see me?
I'm not going to have the time.
Oh, please, I've got to talk to you.
What about?
Well, what do you want to see me about? What's a big secret?
No secret, Doreen. I got some good news for you.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
I've been speaking to Peter.
Oh, have you? How is he? Did he mention me?
Of course he did. He's fine. And he wanted to know all about you and how you were.
Geez, I thought he might have forgotten me by now.
Of course he hasn't. And he wanted me to tell you not to worry about him.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm real pleased.
And that's not all. He's decided to turn himself in.
What for?
Well, we've had a talk together about it. We've decided it's the only sensible thing to do.
We decided or you decided?
Doreen, there's no need to look at me as though I was some sort of traitor. I've had a word to Peter's employer, and as far as he's concerned, if Peter's cleared by the police, then he can have his old job back.
Oh, you mean for being with me? Well, they've got to.
They will, I'm sure of it.
Well, in that case, I suppose you're right. You did have good news for me.
How you feeling?
Okay, I guess. As okay as anybody could feel after someone just tried to kill them. And that was a pretty scary experience.
Yeah, I guess it would have been. Listen, I don't have a lot of time. I had to tell a few fibs to get here in the first place. What do you want to see me about?
Nothing really. I just felt a bit down and wanted someone to talk to, you know.
Yeah.
Has everybody heard about what happened?
Yeah, almost everybody.
Oh, good. That's a relief.
Why?
Because they'll feel a bit of sympathy for me now. They won't be so against me.
I wouldn't count on that. I reckon, Andrea, that everyone is going to think you got what you deserved.
Well, why would they think that?
You're in here for a few more days, right? Linda has got herself 12 years just for helping you.
That's not my fault.
Oh, no, it's not your fault, but it's your problem. You haven't even been grateful for what she tried to do for you. I think that everyone is going to be on Linda's side, and the only thing that they're going to feel sorry about is that she didn't succeed.
You don't think that way, do you, Judy? You're not against me.
Yes, I am against you.
But you can't be. They'll kill me. You've got to help me.
Okay, I'll help you. I'll see they don't actually kill you. But other than that, girl, you're on your own.
Judy!
What's the matter, Jude?
Oh, that Andrea bitch. I've just seen her in the hospital.
So?
Oh, she was trying to get me on side, you know, soft soap, all that.
Hope you told her where to get off.
Yeah.
Good. Guess what? Mrs. Morris has just seen Peter. He told her how much he was missing me and how terrific he thought I was.
Good. Did she say how he was?
Oh, yeah, he's fine. He's got this real good job and he's going to try and keep in touch with me as much as he can.
Well, at least something good's come from your escaping, huh?
Yeah, maybe I ought to do it more often, eh? Seen this?
Yeah, it's an ad.
Yeah, but have a look what it's for. Conway's Discounts.
So?
Oh, geez, you're thick sometimes. I'm talking about that new screw, Janet Conway.
Oh, you reckon they're related?
No, I don't think so. But I thought we could have a bit of fun with it, you know? We could call her Conway the Discount Screw.
Yeah, I get you. How about something like, Conway Discounts? I thought she gave it away. Well, it's not that good, but it's not that bad, Doreen.
Yeah, don't reckon Bea will get the joke either. Seems that she's such a good friend of Janet Conway's.
Now, wait, you don't know that for sure.
Yeah, well, for enemies, they're awful good pals. Hey, Bea! Jude and me just thought up this idea to upset that new screw, Janet Conway. We're going to call it Conway the Discount Screw, just like Conway's Discounts in the newspaper. Well, I reckon she'd come as cheap as him, too.
And what do you know about her?
What do you mean?
What do you know about Janet Conway?
Nothing. I was just looking through the newspaper and I found this ad and... What's a big deal, anyway?
No big deal. I just think it's a bit tasteless, that's all.
Come on. You didn't think that vinegar chits was tasteless. You didn't mind that so much.
That was different.
Well, how could it be different? I mean, one screw's the same as the next. At least to us they are.
Yeah, but you and me, Jude, we aren't so friendly to them as some people are.
What's your point, Doreen?
Nothing. I was just saying.
Well, don't. Because I'm fed up with you and your childishness. And that goes for you, too.
It's finally happened. She's gone soft.
Look, forget about her. Anyway, honey, we can still do this without her.
Yeah. It's a pity Lizzie's leaving, though. She'd be real good at it.
Yeah.
Gonna miss Lizzie, you know.
So am I.
And I've been thinking, I reckon we shouldn't make too much fuss about her leaving.
You're right, you know, especially now that she's got Sid's house to go to. We don't want to do anything that's going to make her think staying in here's better.
Right. Would have been good to have a party for her, but...
Hi. Didn't think I'd be seeing you today.
Why not? I'm rusted on.
After what you went through yesterday, you should be taking a break.
I didn't really have much say in the matter.
Well, it's about time we did have a bloody say. In the first place, it's disgraceful the department sends an inexperienced officer to guard 2 dangerous prisoners.
I must admit I wasn't much use.
No one's blaming you. As it was, you could have been killed.
Thanks for reminding me. I'm still getting over it.
Look, there should be 2 armed guards for every prisoner that goes to hospital. Things are in a pretty bad way when the department cares more about the prisoner's safety than ours.
Look, Mr. Fletcher did try and get the police
The conditions are so bad. Now, if they improved, they could attract more officers.
Maybe.
You sound as though you don't even care. Come on, you're the one being put upon. You want to make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Well, hopefully it won't.
Hoping's not going to change anything.
Oh, I know that. What I mean is that it can't happen to me. Because with a little bit of luck, I won't be around here much longer.
People outside are going to think I'm crazy. Because I don't really want to leave this place.
Well, I don't think you're crazy, love. This is about the only place we've got around here to get away from people hassling us. Well, that is most of the time. How are you doing?
Oh, not bad. You wouldn't think it'd take so long to pack that miserable lot. Oh, Bea, imagine. After all these years, and that's all I got to show for it.
Well, you got plenty of time to start collecting things, love. Besides, now you've got Sid's house and all his things. Now, surely they mean something to you, don't they?
They certainly do. They're going to bring back all sorts of good memories.
Mm-hmm. You had a good bloke there, Lizzie.
I sure did. There aren't many Sid Humphreys around in this world.
Right. So when you start getting lonesome for one of us, you think of him. Think how disappointed he'd be with you if you did anything stupid like you did last time you were out.
Oh, from now on, Lizzie Birdsworth's going straight. I reckon she's too old for the criminal life.
Yeah, I reckon she is.
I'm going to be so busy sitting on my veranda, drinking me cups of tea to do anything stupid. Oh, Bea. Just think. I'm going to be really free at last.
Yeah, and I'm really pleased for you, love.
Oh, Bea, you'll be out before long.
Mm-hmm.
The time will go much quicker than you think. And if you want to, if you'd like it, you could come and live with me.
Thanks, Lizzie, I'd like that. But don't you worry about me. I've been doing a lot of thinking about my future lately, and I've sorted a few things out.
Like what?
Well, for starters, I'm tired of doing all the thinking for everybody else, and I'm going to start thinking of number one for a change, and that's B. Smith.
Bea, that doesn't sound like you.
No, it doesn't, does it? I'm not so sure that isn't a bad idea either.
Why on earth do you want to transfer?
Well, wouldn't you?
Look, if it's about what happened yesterday, all I can say is that I'm sorry and that I hope that it never happens again.
Yes, but you can't guarantee it.
No, of course I can't.
Well, then you can't blame me for wanting out.
Look, I don't understand you. If you can't hack the danger, why on earth did you take the job? This is the second time you've come to me for a transfer. The first time you want to be moved to a different block. This time you want to go to a different prison. What's it going to be the third time?
Well, hopefully there won't be a third time.
All right, then. If you want a transfer, you can have one. Provided you give it at least 2 weeks before you make a decision. Give it a chance, Miss Conway. The job deserves at least that much from you.
All right. I'll give it a chance.
Good. You know... Yes. Yes, that'll be all right. Well, I've got Officer Conway here. She can do it. Right. Doreen Burns has got a late visitor. Escort her to the interview room, will you, please?
Sure.
And while you're there, could you ask Birdsworth to come and see me? I don't think she'll need an escort. She's not likely to do anything stupid this late in a sentence.
Right. And thanks for the advice.
Well, I reckon I've done enough packing for today. I think I'll finish it all off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dor, I'm gonna miss you. I want you to know I'm not gonna forget you. I'm gonna come and visit you. And I'm gonna write to you as often as I can.
Yeah, that's good.
What about you? You're gonna write to me too?
Oh, yeah, when I can. Suppose I'll be pretty busy, but
Doing what?
this and that.
Oh, but Dor, I'm your old mate. You're gonna write to me, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, I suppose I will, but see, I'll have to write to Peter mostly because he's expecting it.
Oh, but Dor, what about me? We've known each other for years now.
Yeah, I know, Lizzie, but you can't hang on to the past forever, you know.
Well, if that's how you feel, I want you to know that I've changed my mind and I've decided that you're not going to come and live with me after all.
Birdsworth, Mr. Fletcher wants to see you in his office and he said you can go unescorted.
Well, I'm glad that somebody wants to see me.
Of course, if you want an escort, Miss Conway here could give it to you discount.
Why did you say that?
No reason, I just felt like it.
You're to come with me. You've got a visitor.
Me? This late?
Apparently so.
Who is it?
I've no idea. Now, are you coming or not?
You bet.
You're supposed to knock, Birdsworth.
I didn't think you'd mind on my last day, Mr. Fletcher.
Didn't you?
What do you want to see me for?
I've got some papers that I want you to sign. Save some time tomorrow. You can collect the rest of your things from reception tomorrow morning.
Fair enough.
Here we go. Now, your parole officer is going to be Mrs. Morris. You're to report to her at fortnightly intervals.
I expect to see her more often than that. After all, we're very good mates, you know.
Now, you're not to bother her, Lizzie. She's a very busy woman.
You won't be too busy to see me, will you? When I come back for me visits?
No, you know you're not supposed to visit here, Birdsworth, once you've been released.
Oh, but Mrs. M said she'd fix it. That'll be all right, won't it, Mr. Fletcher?
Well, we'll see, but it beats me why anyone want to come back here once they've been released.
Because all my mates are here. Couldn't expect me to forget them, could you?
Well, that's up to you. Now, have you finished with those papers?
Just about.
Well, hurry it up. I'm very busy.
All right, Mr. Fletcher, I'm going as quick as I can.
Good. Thank you.
I still don't see why you can't tell me who my visitor is.
I can't tell you because I don't know. Now, wait here.
Hello, Doreen.
Oh, hi.
I'm pretty lucky considering. Well, I've got my job back. Everything's okay with Mum and Dad. Martin's back on his feet. Best of all, I've squared everything up with the cops.
Oh, well, they must be real good mates, those friends of yours, for not dobbing you in or anything.
Yeah. Suppose they must have been feeling a little bit guilty about getting me involved. Anyway, whatever the reason, I reckon I owe them one, eh?
Sounds as though everything's going real good for you now, Peter.
Dora, I'm sorry. I'm saying how everything's great for me, and here you are stuck in this place.
Well, that's okay. Just because I'm back inside doesn't mean I want everybody to have a bad time. And I'm real pleased that everything's going so great for you, honest.
Thanks. You know what, Dor?
What?
I reckon you're a terrific person. I mean, the way you've helped me.
Oh, that was nothing.
Oh, it was to me. Look, I just want you to know if you're ever in any trouble or anything, just give me a yell and I'll do my absolute best to try and get you out.
Do you mean it?
Yeah, you bet I do.
Time's up, Mr. Richards.
Oh, already?
Afraid so.
I've got to go.
Hey, look, I understand. I'll come and see you again real soon, eh?
Oh, you don't have to, you know.
Yeah, but I will just the same.
Oh, all right. That'd be real good.
Just a minute, please. All right, Burns, you can go into your cell by yourself.
Oh, Bea wouldn't mind if I waited around here, would you, Bea?
Why should I? I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Now get to your cell.
Want to talk to Miss Conway about that braille machine, Bea? Should ask her. She could get it for your discount.
Did you have to tell her about my brother?
Now, hang on. I've been trying to find you to explain.
Well, go on. You found me.
She saw your brother's ad in the newspaper and connected the two names. She knows nothing about him except he runs a discount store.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, and don't heavy me. I told you I wouldn't tell, and I haven't.
I'm sorry. It just gave me a scare, that's all. I seem to be spending so much of my time keeping secrets, it's making me jumpy.
Yeah, I understand. Look, there's just one other thing.
Yeah?
Can you lay off Doreen a bit? She had a pretty hard time of it lately.
Oh, I can try. For what it's worth, I didn't mean to antagonise her. It just sort of happened.
Yeah, well, it might be worth trying to make it up. Never know. You might get her to drop this discount thing.
If I'm lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
I mean, we just can't trust her anymore, you know?
Yeah, well, she's turning into a top suck unless there's some reason we don't know about.
Well, if she's got a reason, she ought to have told us.
Could I have a word with you, please, Doreen?
What about?
Well, I'll go and lie down. If you hear of any good bargains, let me know, eh?
Yeah, okay. What's so important?
I want to ask you a favour.
Oh, yeah?
Doreen, I know that we didn't start off too well, and I know that things have been difficult for you lately.
What do you mean?
Well, being on the run and feeling the way you do about Peter.
Who told you about that?
Well,
it was Bea, wasn't it? Well, you can keep your little chats to yourself, because I don't want to know. She lagged on me, Lizzie. B actually lagged on me.
Oh, Dora, you don't know that it was B for sure.
Well, who else could it have been? It wasn't you, was it?
No, of course not.
Well, it must have been B. Oh, God, I could kill her.
Oh, yeah? What are you on about now?
You're a suck, B. You told Conway about me and Peter.
Oh, don't be so bloody silly. Why would I do a thing like that?
Because you're a top suck, that's why, and you went and lagged on your mates.
Smith, you're wanted in the governor's office.
Well, that suits me just fine. Maybe the air in there is a little fresher than it is here.
Dora, you shouldn't fight with B like that.
Shut up, Lizzie. Just shut up and leave me alone.
Look, sorry to keep you waiting, Smith. I'm just a bit snowed under with paperwork at the moment. Grab a chair. There's no point in standing.
Well, sure. Has to be a first time for everything, I suppose.
Right. Now, I want to talk to you about this Braille machine.
Oh, I might have guessed it. So what's the excuse for stopping the project this time, Mr. Fletcher?
It's not going to be stopped. In fact, it'll be arriving in a day or two.
Yeah? Well, how does the union feel about that? Or is that a silly question?
Don't worry, I've got that well and truly under control.
Oh, what do you know? After all this time, it's really going to happen.
That's right. And what I want from you is your assurance there'll be no trouble from your end.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Fletcher. I've already promised Mrs. Davidson that.
Yes, I know that, but I just wanted to make sure. All right?
Uh-huh.
Good. Well, I'll let you know when the machine arrives.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I've certainly done enough reading on the subject.
Yeah, Miss Conway, I have B. Smith in my office. Would you come and escort her back to her cell, please? Thank you.
I didn't do terribly well with Doreen, did I?
Well, it was worth a try.
Maybe. I've been thinking of transferring out of Wentworth.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe I was kidding myself. I thought I'd handle it better than I have.
Have you made up your mind definitely?
No, not yet.
Well, don't. Look, just because you dipped out with Doreen, don't think it's going to be like that with everyone.
I think the last couple of days have just been a bit much for me.
Yeah, well, isn't every day get involved in a gunfight, is it?
True. I'll get over it. You can find your own way to your cell, can't you?
After all these years.
My last night here. It's gonna seem funny bunking down on my own from now on.
If you don't mind, Lizzie, I don't feel much like talking.
Yeah, I'm a bit whacked too. Let's leave it till the morning, eh?
Well, you can't hang on to the past forever, you know, Lizzie.
Hey, not to bother her, Lizzie. She's a very busy woman.
If you don't mind, I don't feel much like talking, Lizzie.
I'm a bit whacked too, love. Let's leave it till the morning, okay?
Well, that's it. I think I about packed everything.
That's good.
I'll just go down to reception, pick up the rest of me things.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Would either of you like to come down with me?
Oh, well, I'd like to, Lizzie, but I'll be late for work. Keep in touch, eh?
Yeah, I will.
Great. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later too, Lizzie. Yeah, I don't want to be late either.
Bye, Dor.
Bye.
Bye, B. Bye, Dor. I'll never forget you.
Never.
How are you feeling?
I've just finished night shift. How do you think I feel?
Oh, yes, of course. I forgot. Don't let night shift put you off there.
Don't worry, I won't make any rash decisions.
Good. Because I think you're on the wrong track yesterday. And remember, if you've got any problems, just come to me and we'll talk them over.
Sure.
In fact, why don't we talk them over dinner one night?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Ah, off are we, Lizzie?
I suppose so.
Right, here are your things. Just sign for them there, and you're on your way.
Well, I can't see where to sign.
Right there.
Where?
There.
Oh.
Mr. Fletcher, would you please phone the Public Works and get someone out here to fix up that old dryer? It's packed up again.
Oh, not again. Well, it's a pity Birdsworth's leaving. She used to be able to get that old dryer going again in no time flat. I couldn't possibly impose upon her on the last day.
Of course you can. I couldn't count the number of times I fixed that old dryer, and I wouldn't like anyone else to do it, not on me last day.
Well, I don't know, Lizzie. Once you've signed out, I shouldn't really let you back in again.
Oh, couldn't I, Mr. Fletcher? It wouldn't take me long.
What do you think, Mrs. Powell?
Oh, well, it would save money.
You're right. Come on, Lizzie. Lead the way.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Fletcher. You didn't think you was going to get rid of me as easy as all that, did you? Where is everybody?
The exercise period.
Oh, a bit early, isn't it? I wanted to say goodbye.
I thought you'd done that already.
Oh, not properly. Not the way I wanted to. Oh, it doesn't matter, I suppose. For people who're supposed to be me mates seem pretty glad to get rid of me. What do you reckon, Mr. Fletcher? Been in prison all these years. I've ended up without one real friend. Is this the one you wanted me to fix?
That's right.
Right. I'll fix it for you. I'll fix it for you good and proper. There. That fixed it. Can I go now, Mr. Fletcher?
No. I have to check that it's working.
Very much of a fuss, you know, about you going and everything, because we didn't want you missing us and stuff. But we were just going to make it like a normal day, you know, but... Geez, Lizzie, we are going to miss you.
I know. I'm going to miss you, too. I don't know why I'm so weepy. Because you buggers really upset me.
It was because you're going to miss us, love. Take care of yourself, you silly old... Just take care of yourself, huh?
Lizzie, don't you forget to write, huh? And come and see us.
Oh, you bet I will, Jude. I'll be visiting you so often you won't even think I've left. It's going to be all right, isn't it, Mr. Fletcher?
Yeah, I suppose so, Lizzie. It's only you come back to visit.
Oh, don't you worry, Mr. Fletcher. This time I'm not going to make any mistakes. This time I'm out for keeps. This time I'm out for keeps.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, share.